Hi everyone. Oh my gosh, my background looks so messy. Anyways, so today's live stream is going to be about using AI tools to create images that speaks volume. You know, and I just got started with it this morning, and I thought it'd be really good to like share my process. Today happens to be International Women's Day, and I just got into the vibe because it's International Women's Day, and I wanted to use some of my old pictures and my and communicate my attitude. Like what's like who am I as a woman? Like what's been my the core characteristic of me as a person. So that was my idea this morning, that I wanted to really communicate my attitude using my images, but like with with as I said, like these are like creating epic pictures that like communicates the message boldly, and you can do so much with like just images and text. Like I just love superimposing text on images because you end up communicating so much with just those two things. So anyways, today I'm going to be showing you how to use Nano Banana 2, which is Gemini's latest photo generation and editing tool um, inside the Gemini app. So you don't even need to go anywhere else. Everything is in, like, you can do so much with Gemini. Like you can create music and you can do edit images and you can create images and all that stuff. So I love Gemini. I do so much with Gemini. So today I'm going to show you how to like now this is super handy whether you are a brand. I'm an individual brand, and so I use I'm communicating my brand, and so it could be you, your organization, your cause, whatever it is. You can use imagery and text to really communicate your message. So let's start. I'm gonna like share my screen. Let's get into Gemini. Okay, already been doing. As I said, this morning I got up with a mission. Actually, I got up with no idea what I'm going to be doing this morning. It's Sunday, but I knew it's March 8th, so I've got to do something about Women's Day. So, and I knew like Nano Banana 2 just dropped, and I haven't used the model at all, so I wanted to try that out. And the first thing that came to my mind was like yesterday, my X feed was filled with this quote, which is like a new Bollywood movie, which is doing, it's the part two because the first one was so successful. And the new one is dropping March 19th, very soon. And this is like a line that really stands out, and these three words keep repeating whenever there's some like action happening. And it really stood out for me. It basically means it's Urdu, Honsla. I can't even say the second one. Indhan Badla. Honsla means Hosla. Okay, actually, it's the N is silent. Hosla means courage. Indhan means fuel, and Badla means revenge. So, as I said, like I'm somebody who. So my goal today was to communicate my brand, like me as an individual. What's my brand? Like, what do I stand for? And I stand for being a misfit, rebellious. I've always broken rules. Not that I grew up in a very conservative family, but I went to a boarding school and I had like hundreds of rules to break every single day and figure out how to break rules without getting caught. So that kind of stuff. So, anyways, and I've always been doing that till date. Like I keep breaking rules all the time, but always for the greater good. It's always for the right things. So that's what I am. And so Honsla means like courage and fuel and like revenge. And so if somebody like does something bad to me, I don't quietly like move away from the situation. I actually take revenge. So that's me as a brand. So anyways, so I wanted to play around with that, and I took an old one of the images of mine, and I wanted to like superimpose the text on this. And so this is basically my whole process. You can see like, but we're going to do a couple live ones as well. So I just wanted to show you the process. So I said, remove the man and put that girl's image in the background of the text overlay. Key the face of the, okay, see, look at my spellings are like all over the place. But as I keep saying, in every AI workflow that I do not worry about spelling mistakes, because AI understands the intent. It understands the overall meaning. It's not doing like word to word matching. So key the face of the, I want to say girl, but I said full, exactly the same, no changes to that. So basically I wanted to say keep the girl's face exactly the same, do not make any changes to that. And so it did that. Honsla, and see, it matched the font as well, which is pretty, kind of matched the font as well, so which is pretty incredible. um, and then I wanted to see what it looks like in a different color, the black, but somehow I like the orange on orange for some strange reason. So yeah, basically I just played around with different styles, make it bolder and stuff like that, and then I thought it came out really well. And I actually used the one that it one-shotted it initially, but then I iterated on it and I didn't like any of the iteration, so I just went with the very first image. So these are like things that I've been doing, and I take inspirations from like different places. So I think it's very important, like in the age of AI, that you start making notes or like taking screenshots of every interesting thing that you come across that that you saw and you liked it, because you can mix now. You can do a lot of remixing of concepts, like mix this and mix that and mix that and create something totally new. So that's very powerful thing about AI. So I've been doing a lot of mixing because as a person, like I love walking around a lot. Like I love walking is my favorite activity. And whenever I'm out for walks or I'm listening to music or anything, or I'm reading a book and anything that I like that like really strikes out, I instantly take a picture of it. So I have like a huge collection of like inspiring stuff from, I don't know since when. So again, like this is a song that I listen to and I really like. It's very inspirational. He's a German DJ. And the song basically says, gotta stand up and fight. Like that's the whole thing. You gotta stand up and fight. And it's a club song, nothing to do with women, but like inspirational. And I really like this. Like, so I want to take that. And then again, I took one of my images, and I wanted this to be like superimposed on that. So again, it did that. And you can see the thinking, right? Like, is it expanding? No, it's not expanding on the thinking right now. Okay, now create a similar blurry vibe, but just dimensions. Like you can iterate, as I said, but it didn't. Okay, one thing I realized with Nano Banana too is like when the chat becomes longer, Nano Banana loses context really fast. So this is something I learned this morning. Like like this chat became too long, and by the end of it, it kind of like started messing up. Like, okay, I ended up using this one, but it messed up. So what I'm trying to say is that every time, like as you're iterating and you think that your chat is getting longer, start a new chat, like a new chat. I'm going to show you one more, and then we're going to create like maybe 3 more if you want. Like so, what is this one? Okay, so again, I want to show you like how I use inspiration from different places to like create my own unique style. Then, so this is I was recently in Hamburg, and I loved this t-shirt store which had really rebellious messaging on it, like in German. I loved the fact that it was in a different language, and I loved the font. I loved everything about it, and I loved the rebellious messaging, sarcasm infused rebellious messaging. So this is I snapped a picture. I also bought a t-shirt from there. And so I wanted to now like use this messaging and put it on my one of my pictures. So because it speaks to me. So I said, in the same font but bigger and bolder, overlay the text on top of the girl's image. Idea is to convey a bold message with the women in the background. it did this. I didn't like it. It was too. I thought the message, like the font, was like totally covering my face. So I said make the text smaller and below the eye level. So you have to guide the AI, and it did this. And then I was confused. Like I'm like, okay, is this better or this better, right? Like I don't know. I'm not an expert. So I asked Gemini to help me decide which image conveys the vibe, because now Gemini has understood the vibe that I'm trying to communicate. So I said, what does the image convey to you? Oh, first I asked, actually. So you always ask, go step by step. Do not like assume things. Like ask the AI, what do you think this image conveys to you? And so the image combines a candid, slightly, bold, starkly designed message to create a sense of social commentary and individual defiance. So I like that it recognized that defiance factor in it. And the message, the German phrase, translate to limitedly adaptable, or adaptable to a limit. And the visual contrast is the women's expression in pensive and directed away from the camera, giving her an air of detachment or internal reflection. So it kind of got the vibe. So once it understood the vibe, and I knew like AI is reading the vibe properly, I then asked which one does a better job communicating the vibe, this one or this one, because there were like two variations of it. And it said the second image where the text is smaller and positioned below eye level does a better job of communicating the vibe for a few key reasons. Okay, and then it gave the reasons: focus on the subject, visual balance, narrative flow, all of that. The smaller text feels intentional rather than intrusive, making the message feel more grounded and authentic. So see how great is AI. Like you don't need to be an expert or have like a trained eye to know like which one is better. Sometimes you have so many options and you're confused, but as long as like you are able to communicate to AI like what is it that you're trying to communicate, and then give it like three options and say help me decide which one do you think is better, like will have more of an impact, AI can do it for you. Like and I always do that. Like I publish a lot of like articles and stuff, and sometimes I have like 4 or 5 images, or like I use Midjourney, and Midjourney always creates like 4 images, and then I'm confused like which one to use. I always put those images in Gemini and ask Gemini to like give me the recommendation, but also I explain the context, like what is it that I'm trying to communicate. Otherwise Gemini will be operating in blind and will use its own intelligence to tell you something that you which might not directly address your intent. So as I said, like it's always important to communicate your intent. Treat AI as an intern, somebody that needs to be told what to do. Do not assume that AI can read your mind and like understand what you're trying to communicate. You need to complete the loop of communication. Very, very important. Okay, so this is one. But then I did something in Grok as well, which I wanted to show. I'm going to like switch tabs and go to Grok now. Okay, I hope you can see this. Okay, you can. Oh, so basically, okay, I did have some conversation with Grok in the morning, but let's just go to my, no, where did I discuss? Oh gosh, okay, Grok has like, there are two ways I use Grok. And I think this is a good way for me to explain how I use Grok, because one is obviously, which is very native in the app, like this is X, and you can see like you can just hit Grok. And I've never used Grok for like image editing. And today I was impressed. Actually, this one, it added too many things. Okay. Like it just added like just way too many things. So I'm going to like, so this is one way, basically. You can go inside you can use X and like do it. But let's just go back to like, let's just go back to Gemini. I'm going to share this tab instead. Where's this? The Persian. Oh, it lost the image. Okay. Anyway, so let me open another Grok, because that's where the whole discussion happened. Now, you can also sign into grok.com. Now you can see this tab. So you can sign into grok.com and access Grok as well. So there are two ways that I access, but and I forget sometimes where I am. So that's what happened. I went to my X and open that conversation, but this is what I wanted to show you. So I said, what does this say in English? And it gave me, I knew what it said, but I wanted Grok to tell me what it says in English. It's always good to like confirm like by, like just grilling the AI, like, let's see whether you're right or wrong. So I asked, and it gave me an answer, which is great. And then I said, do you have more of such similar white coats? Because I am out of ideas. I only took snapped one t-shirt picture, and I want to create more of a similar style. And it came up with more German phrases like not adaptable, adjustment disorder. I actually like this one, adjustment disorder. I don't adapt, I make others adapt. So boundaries, yes, please. So it came up with really good ones. But then I knew like now Gemini can, or Nano Banana 2 can write in any font. It's not restricted to English or German. So I want to like now experiment with other languages. So obviously it gave me a whole list of this. And then here. And then I said I want more feminism or rebellious streak related stuff. It came up with more. But then I realized that I need to, where is the language? Oh yeah, where did I say I wanted? So I specified the language. Where did I specify the language? There's one place that I said like I want like I want it in Farsi, Sanskrit, German, and so it came up with this. So this is where I actually specified. Give me some more. Curate them from me in. Yeah, this is like me blabbering with AI because now I think AI understands me because it's the same thread that we are having the conversation on. So I don't have to every time repeat the full context. I've already had one conversation. So now I'm just literally blabbering and talking fast with AI. So I'm saying, give me some more, create them from me in French, German, Sanskrit, Farsi, rebellious women codes one can print on t-shirt. And so it basically gave me like a whole list. And I liked few like I like this one that I created. I have sinned, and I used Grok to do this one for me. And I never have used Grok before, as I said, for image editing because Grok has always previously messed up with the text. It'll either make spelling mistakes or it won't get it right. But you know what? This was accidental because whenever you mention the word image, Grok starts creating image. Okay, even if your idea is, even if you're not commanding Grok to create an image, but you've mentioned the word image, Grok starts creating an image. So this is what happened this morning. So actually, it just created for me. But anyways, which is good. Now I wanted to confirm whether Grok is right in creating this, the spelling is right, and all of that is right. So I literally took the image that I liked. And I went back to like Gemini, and I literally asked Gemini, what does this image say? And Gemini read it fine. So I knew that now I have like used two AIs to like double check information. So I knew like the information is correct. So that's my process, because sometimes when you're dealing with languages, like other languages that is not your language, you want to be 100% sure that the font, like the word means what you want it to be. So Grok can create it. And now how do I confirm that Grok has done his job right? So literally what I'll do is I'll take that image, put it into another AI. So I did it with Gemini, and I asked Gemini to like, tell me what does this image say? And Gemini said, I have sinned. That's what it says. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I want it to be. So I was right. So this is how I use like multiple models to like check on each other's work, because sometimes now, as I said, you're remixing stuff, like you're remixing things that you don't even understand sometimes, like language, for instance. So you need to be like really doubly sure with that. So maybe we can create something now, and then I can show you like, I'll share this tab instead. Okay, let's just go new chat. So we're going to create something. And you create, now Gemini is pretty good. Like when you're having a conversation, you don't always have to hit create image, because it'll understand from context, okay, you intend to create an image. But just to like double confirm, like, or be sure that I always click on create image, and then I don't know why, but I want to choose the latest model. I just think it'll be more like, let's not go with pro with this. Let's go with thinking. Thinking will, I mean, actually all those images I created with fast model. I didn't even like uh, choose which model to use. It was by default set on fast, and I just went with fast and did a pretty incredible job. But let's just use thinking. Let's see if more thought power will improve things. And I'm going to choose a quote. Actually, I like that one of I like the one which said adjustment disorder. I don't know why I want to use that one. Um, I want to use that in German, maybe. Just like it's, yeah, it's just, oh my, nobody would understand this word. They will have to go translate it. But sometimes when people don't understand something, like it catches attention as well. So the whole idea is get attention. Get attention using like uh, images and okay, I'll just put this here. This is basically means adjustment disorder, and I'm gonna like take one of my images from the past maybe. Okay, I'm gonna just use a very like it's gonna be a super contrast. It's I don't know, like I feel like using this one. I'll just put this image here, and I'll say overlay. And you know what? You can put the word that you want to be superimposed on the image in quotes so it doesn't get confused. Overlay the text on top of the image, and I can say I can communicate my vibe, like what I want to do. Why take chances? Like, you know, if you don't inform or give proper details to AI, like then I'll use his own brain and do things. And sometimes it does things the way you want it to do, but then sometimes it messes up. So I'll just say overlay the text on top of the image. The idea is to communicate rebellious women's attitude. I don't know what he's going to come up with. Okay, keep, and I want it to keep the image. Keep the image, keep the girl's face exactly the same. Feel free to play around with the background. Free to. I don't know what's going to come up. Trust me, this is AI. You don't know what's going to come up. This is like, but the good part is like you can regenerate or recreate instantly. So let's see. Is it happening? Oh, loading Nano Banana 2, right? And you know, you don't always have to use like somebody in the background. It can be solid color backgrounds too, like, and you can just have your message on it. Like, these are like great ways to like these are great formats for social media, LinkedIn, X, Instagram. Oops, this is, oh my gosh, the German voice. The word is too big. Okay, I'll just say adjustment disorder. Like, this is like, oh, maybe this is good. I have no idea. We'll ask AI. As I said, adjustment disorder. And now maybe I'll guide the AI because AI just adjustment disorder. Okay, uh, overlay the text. Okay, I'll just do this one. And I have an idea maybe. Next to the girl. Or I can say, oh, actually, only the text below her chin. Or maybe next or below. I don't know. Overlay the text in small but bold font. And you know what? If you have like inspirations for font, you can put that as well, because as you've seen, like it literally kind of created similar font styles for like previous couple images that I showed y'all. So it's good. Like, as I said, all you got to do is like snap or take pictures of inspirations, be it font, images, t-shirts, whatever. Like just have a huge collection of inspirations that you can then remix and create new things. Music, movie, whatever. Overlay the text in small but bold font next to the girl's face. Oh, it's not overlaying. I'll just say, put the text maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Let's just say this next to the girl's face. Let's see what comes up. The German words are really big for something small. Oh, see, like you need to keep iterating, and sometimes because for visuals, you have to visually see it to know what to create. It's doing some stuff. Oh, actually, now I don't know why they're not exposing the thoughts. Okay, they did expose the thoughts of AI, composing the visual overlay, refining text placement, finalizing the placement, defining text parameters. Like all of this, these are like step by step how AI is thinking in the background. Oopsies. See, like this one, like literally messed up. I like this. Okay, now I'm gonna. So you know what? This chat looks like has become big and AI is messing up now. I want to start a new chat, and this is a good way to tell you like how to start a new chat. Now I like this. I'll I'll just I don't know why I want to hit on create image just to like be sure like it does the image editing stuff. Remove the German text and keep everything else the same. I'm not even changing the model. I'll just go with fast. I think fast is better because fast created all my previous images today. I like the side one better than this one. And yeah, so I guess you've got the idea. Like we'll definitely now Grok's also become better. I didn't know that Grok is good at like putting text on images. It always messed up previously, like spelling mistakes and stuff like that. But now it's good. Oops, it encountered an error. Can I try something else for you? Come on, like I'm not giving up. You know, I don't give up. I have adjustment disorder. I'm not giving up. So let's just do thinking this time and like you remove the germ. If nothing, I'll just go with the current one because that itself communicates adjustment disorder. Like I'm having like one big German diagonally across me and then one next to me. So maybe that itself speaks volume about the vibe. Remove the German text and keep everything else same. Okay, please, Nano Banana, do the work. The best part with the AI is you don't know what's going to come out from the other side. It's like sometimes no matter how much intent you communicate, actually when you communicate good intent, like and close that communication loop, it always does it right in the first go. That's called one-shotting. There's a new lingo. It's an AI lingo, one-shot something. It's been taken from this book called Snow Crash. It's a oops. Okay, you know what? I think I'll go with this. This is literally adjustment disorder. I want to put this on X now. This is and maybe on LinkedIn and wish everybody happy International Women's Day. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my stream. I will be doing more of these. I literally, as I work with AI, I'll show and discover new things. I plan to do it more often. So stay tuned, and that's it. Thank you.